Hello everyone and welcome to English Spoken Online Class 1. It's Tuesday 24th of March 2020 and today I'm gonna teach you some basics of English Spoken. If you are watching this video for the first time, I'll give you a small introduction about myself. I'm Saad Naveed. I'm a trained professional to teach IELTS and English spoken courses. And currently I'm teaching in Faisalabad at my institute. And students like who are already in my class, they have some basic knowledge about English spoken. But if you are watching this video for the first time, then you might find it interesting. So let's begin. What is English spoken? What is it? Actually, let's change the question. Why we need to study English? I will make it English spoken. Why? Why we need this class? The most important thing why we need it is to communicate, especially if you are living in Pakistan or if you are living in any English native speaking country. So you need spoken English. It's more important than writing. Obviously, like writing is a part of spoken English, but the most important thing why we need to study, because it will make our lives easier. We will be able to communicate with people more easily. So let's start. Let's why we need. For first most important thing, to communicate. How can we communicate if we don't know how to speak? So that's the most important thing, to communicate. Communication is the most important thing when we are studying English spoken or when we are teaching English spoken. Number one, to communicate. Number two, to find work. If English is the official language, and in many countries, even if their first language is not English, English is the official language. For example, in Pakistan, English is the official language. So if you go to find work, your basic English skills are tested over there. Maybe they'll ask some questions in the interview, or maybe they will give you a small test which would be conducted in English. So to find work, to pass an interview, you need English spoken. Like you need to communicate in English actually. So first thing, to communicate. Second one, to find work. Third one is to pursue study. For example, if you are a student of 12th grade, if you are a 12th grader and you want to study your university or college in United Kingdom, USA, Canada, or Australia, you would need to communicate in English. Obviously, there is an exam for it, which is IELTS or TOEFL. But like if you want if you want to improve your basic English, first you need the English spoken course, and then you can go for IELTS. So English spoken is very important, whether you are planning to study, to work, or just for everyday communication. So, as you know, it's class 1, and today is just an overview that what would be taught in the future classes. So, I will just give you some content what would be taught in future. some basic things. It's not in order, these things, just randomly. Day to day communication. Or, well, actually, and practice with pronunciation. Basic words to improve vocabulary. Uh, in our classroom, we also conduct a small role play every day, in which students like act as an, like, for example, you're going to a restaurant, how to take an order, how to give an order, how to deal with customers, how to deal with friends. Uh, these basic things are taught, but I will include it. But in the online lectures, that would be a little difficult. But I'll include it. Role play, and then some boring part, but it's important. But it's taught later. Grammar, some not like deep grammar, some basic grammar. And then some writing. But I don't go for, in spoken class, I don't go for like big essays. I go for letter, emails, and reports. We have a small reading part in everyday class, but that would not be possible, I guess, in the online class. But I will try to arrange something so everyone could discuss what they have read. I'll give you a small section to read from the newspaper or from a particular novel, and like we can discuss that. Like you can read, leave the question in the comment section, and I'll discuss that with you in the next class. So this is a basic overview what we gonna study in the English spoken online class, and this is class 1. And as we move further, there will be 2, 3, 4. So, short, you have all written it. Yeah, important thing to say. You may write if you wish. If you think no need for now, you can ignore. But in later on, you have to write. So make sure you have some thing to note it down. Maybe a pen, or maybe if you want to note in your computers or you want to download. It's totally up to you. Today, like as you know, it's like class 1, so I'll keep it small so it doesn't get boring for you. But before I go, I'll end my class with a small and interesting fact about English language, and which is, I guess I'll just, an interesting fact about English is that it's not a phonetic language. You may be wondering what is meant by phonetic. But phonetic is For example, I'll take a word, put, and there is a word but. Put, but. P and B, it's they have a similar sounds. T and T both have the similar sound. But when you say put and but, can you tell the difference? Yes, it's put. U is sound as O, put. And this one, U, it sounds Why? What's the reason? What's the rule? Interesting thing is there is no rule for that. In most of the cases there is a rule, but in many cases there is no rule for the sounds. Like in Italian language, in French language, in Urdu language, in Arabic language, there are mostly, it's a phonetic language. By phonetic language I mean the word, for example, you have an alphabet, it sounds the same everywhere. Wherever you put it would sound the same with some exceptions. But in English language it's very common that one alphabet, it has one sound in one word and another sound in the other one. So that's an interesting fact. I'll give you a small example. For example, I'm writing something. Can you all see what's written? It's not stazione. It's an Italian language word and it's pronounced as stazione, because this, what we are seeing as Z or Z, this one is TS, so it's stazione. The word is stazione. You have the sound for S, you have the sound for T, you have the sound for A, you have the sound for TS, E, sound of I, O, and E. Stazione. But if you look at, like in English, if you simply write station, stazione in Italian, in English it's station. So station, T-I-O-N. Where is the sound for T? No. Where is the sound for I? No. Where is the sound for O? Like there is no separate sound for it. But in this case there is a separate sound. Stazione, separate sounds. So hence proven that Italian is a phonetic language. With some exception, there are few words in which alphabet has different sound, but in English it's in many words you'll find it. Stazione, stazione, station. See the difference. I've already told you two words, but and put. There is no rule for that. It's just the way it is, because it's a mixture of many languages. So you have to remember this rule, that you cannot, if you like find out the word there is a word and you say no, it should not sound like that, and if you see the dictionary you will find out no, it's a different way. So actually, because of the rule that there is no rule for phonetic, it's not a phonetic language, you will find different alphabets sound different in different words. So be careful with that. And like, I would not say in every word, but in many cases you'll find sound as like an alphabet has a sound, and if you put in a word it sounds the same. But there are cases as well where you see the otherwise. So be careful with that, and it's an interesting thing. You'll enjoy it once we move further. So guys, this is the end for online class 1, and I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you tomorrow. If you have any questions, just leave it in the comment section below and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you.